What's up, Sports Wars? A couple news stories that are making their rounds through the media, making waves in some form or another that I wanted to touch on real quick. First and foremost, Fox News is caught with their hands in the cookie jar. They're caught lying about the Philadelphia Eagles. There's a lot of rhetoric from that network about fake news this, fake news that, blah, 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 whatever. So I just find it interesting that they basically are the embodiment of that, at least in this case. So to bring you up to speed, if you're not familiar, the Eagles were planning to visit the White House. The president and the White House staff canceled the visit because of a lack of good faith in discussion and negotiation of how the event was going to go. Basically, I guess the president is upset that not all the players were going to show up. Some decided not to attend for reasons pertaining to their personal beliefs, political beliefs, whatever, which is not anything new. I mean, you could go back years, decades, and find championship team athletes not choosing not to go for whatever reason. Myself personally, I could be characterized as a moderate, if anything. I'm not on the extreme side of the right or the left. And I think that the major news sites, major news companies, networks, whatever, especially the ones on cable, on both sides of a political spectrum, they both have their issues. They both perpetuate a lot of negative stereotypes, and they both put on a fireworks show for ratings. It's all about ratings. I don't think they really care about the ideology of the common person, whether they're conservative or liberal. They just want to get you riled up and worked up and upset and just in an uproar so that they can play on your emotions and get more ratings and get more ad revenue. That's really all it is. So for them to take pictures of Zach Ertz and other members of the Eagles when they were kneeling down on the field, literally in prayer before games, and try to characterize that as them kneeling during the anthem, like, you're a professional news network. How do you not fact check? How do you not find out what the situation is and what the context of the situation is? How do you not just get the nitty-gritty of the details before you put something out there to your audience? Then you find out later that it's false after the person in question, in this case Zach Ertz, calls you out for how false it is and how you're mischaracterizing him and bearing false witness on him. Fox News, they try to portray themselves as this all-American values, all about family and all about Christianity and all this stuff. And here they are lying about a Christian. I don't understand the logic behind that, or rather the lack of logic behind that. And I'm surprised that more people besides Ernst himself aren't calling them out. So maybe in that regard, I'm a pioneer. The other story about Serena Williams not advancing further in the French Open right now, or is it the US Open or the French Open? In any case, it's one of those major tennis events that's going on right now. Serena is not advancing. Maria Sharapova is. Let's all stop the nonsense with this whole notion that Maria Sharapova is somehow a rival to Serena Williams just because they face each other a bunch of times and because Maria is always yap, chirping about Serena. They're not rivals. Serena Williams is the greatest women's tennis player of all time, period, and it's not close. If you think I'm bullshitting or if you think I'm biased or whatever, that's fine. Go look at the stats. Go look at the numbers. Look at the individual matchups between the two of them. Serena Williams has won 18 of the last however many matchups that they've had. If the Patriots beat the Eagles in 18 Super Bowls, or if the Giants beat the Steelers in 18 Super Bowls, or if the Lakers beat the New York Knicks in 18 NBA Finals, would you consider it a rivalry? No, you wouldn't. You consider it an ass whooping. You consider an inferior opponent reaching and trying their best to get to a level that they're not at. That's the dynamic between Sharapova and Williams. Williams is better, period, point blank, end of discussion. If you think otherwise, you need to have your head examined. So that's all I got for you guys today. Keep an eye out for the podcast. It is going to be uploaded relatively soon, and I will catch you all later. Peace.